Dear Diary, 2022 was an eventful year. I worked hard and played hard. I took a much needed break after running my business for 5 years nonstop, which allowed me to pause, relax, and press reset. I also lost one of my closest friends, which made me look at life a little bit differently. I mean, people say that not everything lasts forever and life is temporary, and although I knew that it was true, I never felt that it was true until then. So just before Sarah left us, she called me up one day in her hospital bed, telling me to work less and live more. She was saying that at the deathbed, I wouldn't regret not working harder, but I'd regret not experiencing the things that makes me happy, brings me joy, and not spending more time with the loved ones. After that, I said yes to a lot of things when I'm normally the opposite. I'm always the one who thinks about the opportunity cost of my time investment. You choose something, you lose something. It's a concept that impacted every corner of my life, honestly, to the point where it kind of controlled me. So I've been turning down a lot of things that I thought would not add value to my life without even giving it a try. I viewed a lot of things as distractions in life because my time is very, very important and precious. But what I didn't know was that the value of your time is never finite. With an open mind and an open heart, you're able to see the joy in anything and you can create value from literally everything. That realization alone helped me to just shut my mind and clear all the unnecessary and unproductive calculated thoughts. And it helped me to enjoy going with the flow a little bit more, trying to find the ups in every experience and to become more present. Also, I took my mom to Europe, and this was not only our very first time in Europe in her life, but also it was our very first time traveling together as mother and daughter. It was almost the first time I also viewed her as a person of her own, detached from the label of my mom. She enjoys nice things, she enjoys great foods, and she enjoys the experiences as much as I do. It made me look back on all the great experiences I had in my life that I really didn't get to share with her. Our parents have provided so much for us, sacrificed so much, and now I'm realizing there's not enough time to give back to them. How was everything with work with you? My 2022 started rocky and rough. I had to make very hard decisions for the company, which definitely wasn't easy, but that's also nothing new. What was new was that 2022 was a year that allowed me to become more true to myself. I started succession planning in the company and I trusted my team more than ever to run things without me, which allowed me to have a clear headspace to think more about the future of the company, but also made me think more about what I want for my future too. What am I good at? What do I enjoy? What is my unique superpower that the world needs? Where is the world at? That led me to thinking a lot about the content I want to bring to the world in the next year, so there will be a lot of changes to come to this channel in 2023. These questions also made me realize that I'm a person that needs to be lost in the flow of creating something. Whether that's a product or content, I just love creating and I feel like I haven't been in touch with that side of me for a long time. And if I don't build those moments in my regular routine, I'm more likely to feel lost, depleted, and probably unfulfilled. To wrap up the year, I also want to log my favorite things that were in heavy rotation of my routine in the past year. KraveBeauty Makeup Re-Wined is definitely a product that holds a very, very special place in my heart since it was a product that just gave me so much stress. It just had so many obstacles, roadblocks to formulate and launch. And the harder it was to create, the more grateful I feel for everyone who pushed it to make it work. Turning lemons into lemonade, this experience had pushed us to come up with something creative, a solution to clear the rejected batches that would have otherwise gone to waste. So we opened up our warehouse to everyone and we did a New York City pop-up for the very first time, and definitely the highlight of the year was meeting so many of you in person and hearing how you tell our story to your friends. A subtle flex here is that we were able to have a longer line than the Supreme store across the street, and I thank everyone who came out. I have a lot of moisturizers that I really enjoyed the past year. Mamonde Blue Chamomile Cream is definitely one of them. It's something that I emptied, I devoured during my summer travels. It really helped with cooling down my skin with a burst of hydration. It's an incredibly lightweight moisturizer. Access Y Enhanced Night Balm is a product that all my beautiful friends like Ben, Medi, and Claudia created in collaboration with Access Y, but I have to say it was one of my favorite products that launched the past year. The gel just melts into the skin while creating this beautiful occlusive on the skin, and my skin felt a lot plumper and definitely well rested whenever I applied this. Goodal Vita C cream, yes, another moisturizer that's also a gel. I guess I had a theme here. In the past year, Goodal Vita C cream came into my collection in late 2022, but I quickly fell in love with the texture and how it helps even out my complexion. It's truly a magical and a unique product. So I emptied a lot of sunscreens the past year, and I gotta say I have to choose the Klairs sunscreen as my top favorite. It definitely wasn't a love at first sight, but I found myself going back to it again and again because I love how comfortable it is on my skin. It's easy to wear, it doesn't irritate my skin, so yes, I definitely loved it, enjoyed it, and emptied it. The launch of the year was definitely Hailey Bieber's Rhode Skin. I have to agree that the lip balm is absolutely worth the hype. It's not too balmy or too waxy or too oily. It's just the right consistency that stays intact on my lips for a very long time. Other favorites are Too Faced Teddy Bear Eyeshadow Palette, which was my go-to eyeshadow for every single day. Byredo La Tulipe, a fragrance that just made me feel very fresh and beautiful. I want to introduce you to my favorite books that I read the past year. How to Relax by Thich Nhat Hanh was a book that was gifted for my birthday and was probably the perfect gift that I didn't know I needed. It was a great book that helped me to slow down in this busy, hustling and bustling city that taught me how to stop and relax mindfully. The next book is also written by a monk, a Korean monk called Haemin Sunim. It's a book called 고요할수록 밝아지는 것들, which translates to the things that shines brighter in stillness. It's a book that helps you reconnect with who you are and helps you find peace in relationships with your own self, your family, friends, and significant other. Less is More by Jason Hickel was also my top read. It's a powerfully disruptive book about how degrowth is essential to build a sustainable future. This gave me new perspectives on how to run and operate my company that doesn't cost the environment. I also want to introduce you to my favorite most listened to playlist on Spotify, which is Tranquility. I guess I was really craving space and stillness the past year, but I highly recommend you to play this playlist and start journaling very intensely, which helped me to come to a lot of internal breakthroughs. So I really hope you have the same experience too. So that was it. I'll leave more of my favorite things and shows in the description box below, so be sure to check it out. Thank you so much again for sticking around another year, and I'll see you in the next. Bye!